Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rucha and I make videos about self-love advice as a brown girl because your girl is South Asian American, and just vlogs and videos like this, where today I'm going to be doing a Q&A and also going to be trying out this new eyeshadow palette that I got. It's the Truly Madly Deeply Pressed Powder palette from ColourPop, and I got it a week ago, but I've been wanting to make a video of it, so I literally have not used it at all yet. The brush I have from one of my NARS palettes, or no, it is from a NARS palette. I watched the Barbie movie recently. Since I'm Indian, I wanted to do a reel where I dress up as Gujarati South Asian American Barbie, you know? And I feel like with the colors of this palette, I mean, as you can see, it's pink, so it is giving Barbie. Okay, this is so pretty. I can like see what it looks like on the camera. I'm like, oh, chef's kiss. This is what the picture of the dress I'm gonna be wearing with it in the reel that I make, or like TikTok I make. So I'm super excited. Basically here, I have a bunch of my makeup. I'm moving right now. Well, like I'm moving next week. So my entire apartment is such a chaotic mess right now. Like this right here is literally my mattress. My entire living room is just boxes. My couch, I sold it. Like honestly, life has been kind of chaotic with that, but I really wanted to record this YouTube video, so I'm literally sitting in front of the window, in front of the mattress. Moved my mirror right here, you can see. So that's me. So the reason I wanted to do a Q&A, I'm just, you know, putting on makeup, getting ready, and taking you guys along with me in this process, is because I feel like I haven't really made a full video where I'm really introducing myself and like telling you guys a little bit more about me. Before I use the eyeshadow, I do want to use some concealer and foundation. So I'm going to be starting off with the Fenty Beauty Concealer. I usually use the Kulfi one, but today I realized I ran out of it and I still had the Fenty one, so I'm gonna use this. Also, I'm moving back to Jersey, so it's definitely a bigger move because I'm in Philly right now. It feels so weird doing it in front of the camera because I'm not even looking at the mirror right now, looking straight up into the camera lens. I'm gonna use the foundation now. Honestly, I have mixed feelings about this foundation. It's the Fenty one because this one I feel like it works, but it doesn't match my shade exactly. I'm kind of just using it because I do want to use something for coverage for this look, you know? So that's kind of the main reason. And yes, I'm using my fingers because honestly, I need to wash my brushes. So we're just gonna be raw on this. And if you think that's weird, then you can respectfully leave. So one of the most common questions I've gotten so far when I've posted, give me some questions guys, on my Instagram story. Oh, by the way, if you want to follow my Instagram, here it is. It's rucha.dave. Spelled Dave, but it's pronounced Dave, so just want to clear that up. How do you edit your vlogs? How do you edit your reels, your TikToks? And how long does it take you, and how did you even start? I feel like I started consistently posting, I would say end of 2021, and I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't know what I was doing at all, and I was super self-conscious. 2021 was when I had done a few ambassadorships. Like I worked with Ipsy by that point, like campus ambassadorships at Temple, which is where I went. The way I edit my reels is, right now I use CapCut, but when I first started, I literally just used the Instagram app to edit it. Or what I like doing is using TikTok to edit, because I feel like the TikTok editor in itself is super helpful. My YouTube videos, when I first started out, I was using iMovie. And then, funny story, basically, I was looking at getting Adobe Premiere Pro. I know it's a yearly or monthly subscription. And while I was doing that, I was like, you know what, I want to try out Premiere Rush, a base coat first. I'm gonna use the one called Golden Gate Bridge. Anyways, yeah, basically, I forgot to stop the free trial. And in that, I realized I just booked it for a month. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start using this as an editor. I know a lot of other YouTubers use Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro obviously. I think maybe after this year is done, I'll start using that. So that's what I used for that. And I would say, okay, I'll be honest, YouTube videos do take a long time to edit, but I have learned that time blocking really helps with that. Like I will dedicate like an entire Saturday, or dedicate like pockets of time maybe like after work. So I do work at 9 to 5. I'm enjoying it a lot, and we'll see where this takes me, you know? Ooh, I like the way this looks. The base coat, it's giving. So another question I got is, how did you get into working out and how did you build consistency? And this is something I got because I started posting a lot about my story. I'd post pictures of me going to the gym, a selfie with like your gym fit, you know, like the matching set, whatever. I started doing that pretty much every time I'd go to the gym in my building. The way I got started, so I used to struggle so much with my body image, and I think I still do. And I think during COVID, probably also being in a toxic relationship and not having the best boundaries with my friends, I did that. But I feel like I was just really not taking care of how I was eating, like my lifestyle, you know, like it was just not really giving. And I think in that process, I really built a negative relationship with my body where no matter how much I would work out, no matter how much I would feel like I'm eating enough or not eating enough, I would be so critical of my body. And I think this is the first time I've shared this on the internet, but it's a journey and I still struggle with this sometimes. And I think realizing how much that was impacting me, especially once I started living alone, made me realize I really want to improve this relationship with my body. So then I started looking at healthy Pinterest recipes. And then I started looking at, you know, what are workouts that I can do that don't feel like this dreadful thing. Working out shouldn't feel like it's dreadful. It should feel like it's something you enjoy, you know? So I started taking myself on walks and doing little by little consistent things. Not going on like a diet, but more so just eating foods that I like that also benefited and made me feel good, like listening to my body. I think that's something that really helped me out personally. And I think that's really what helped me build consistency, because I would just force myself to go to the gym after that. Once you build up a routine, even if it's just going on the treadmill for 30 minutes or like 20 minutes, like this morning I did Stairmaster for like, it was like 10 minutes, and then I did some yoga, right? Because my back was super sore. I did back day yesterday and I was like, oh my god, like it's super sore. I had so many knots and I was just super stiff, and I felt like if I did some super strenuous working out this morning, my body would feel really stressed, and I don't want to feel like that. That's a really important way of going about building consistency. You know, it's not about making yourself feel like you have to do everything every single day, like making yourself feel like you need to go ham and do like that big power workout on YouTube, or like what all the other influencers or what all the other people on social media or everyone's doing, because that's just what they post. And I know that because I do the same thing, you know? I don't post about the days where I don't go to the gym or I don't do this. It's usually just when I do those things. So just for anyone watching my stories or my reels or TikToks thinking that I'm literally on top of everything, I'm most definitely not. I try to be, but I just want to put it out there, you know? Not everything on social media is as how it seems. And that's a reminder to everyone, including myself. So I have this pretty rose pink color. Oh, what was I gonna say? Forgot. Consistency, number one tip, be gentle with yourself, listen to your body, and literally force yourself to do even the smallest amount of exercising every day. And after a certain point, you're not gonna feel good if you don't go. Like, it feels like it's like a habit. You feel good about it. And I think what's helped me too is realizing that working out is more about, you know, enjoying the dopamine rush you get after you work out, as opposed to feeling like, oh, I need to change this about my body. Because I learned this the hard way, but you cannot hate yourself into a more toned or more healthier body. Like, you cannot just hate what you see in the mirror, because that's just, why would you want that? Then the next time you don't go to the gym, the next time you gain a little bit of weight, because our bodies change and that's natural, you know, like you're gonna hate it, and that's not fair to you. Like, that's just kind of regurgitates that unhealthy mindset that you have with your own body. Also got less bright, which is nice. So now I don't look like Annabelle, or I don't blend in with this wall. I don't think I'm gonna do eyeliner, honestly. I did want to at one point, but I feel like this eyeshadow is definitely giving. I'm gonna do some mascara. I feel like it'd be cool to have pink mascara, but I don't have that at the moment, so we will not be doing that today. Add some more pink. I'm kind of debating using this poodle pink to do blush, because I feel like I don't really have pink blush. I have highlighter, but the highlighter is more sparkly as opposed to a pigmented pink color. I think growing up I always struggled to find highlighters or blushes that really complemented my skin tone, because I am a light-skinned South Asian, like brown girl, but I feel like a lot of the times in the beauty stores, people think that because you're light-skinned, you are a white person. And you know, that's just not true, because The average white person's skin tone is not gonna match mine in a lot of ways with foundation and stuff. Our undertones are very different, and I think that's something I struggle to find, you know? Next question that I also have been getting is, how did you start your self-love journey, and how do you actually muster up the courage to take yourself on solo dates and not feel weird about it? This is something I think I started watching a bunch of TikToks on other people who did solo dates, and one of my favorite creators, Tam Kaur, she's a British creator, and I watched her a lot, and I watched her self-love journey, and it really inspired me because at the time I was in an unhealthy relationship, and I think because of the relationship I was in and the place I was at mentally, like feeling insecure, having a scarcity mindset, and just, you know, not feeling the best about myself. I feel like I didn't have much agency over my life. I feel like I was governed a lot by what my parents thought of me, what society, like just so many different things, you know? And now I can proudly say that those things don't impact my decisions as much, which is really good because, you know, you can't really control other people, and as much as I love my parents, I love people around me, you know, it's not anyone's responsibility to make the decisions in my life and what I'm doing. So I started my self-love journey because I was inspired by other people's journey on social media, and then it was uncomfortable at first, especially when it came to talking to friends about, oh, like, what are you doing today? It's like, I'm taking myself on a solo date. I think in the beginning it definitely felt like it wasn't a real plan, and I felt like, oh, I'm just doing this by myself, whatever. And I think for me, because I was an only child growing up, I always felt like very alone and very much, oh, I wish I had, you know, other cousins near me or other people my age that weren't friends, you know, because a lot of my friends that have siblings too, so I kind of felt like I wish I had that at home, people who knew me like with my family but also knew me how I was like when I wasn't with my parents. Obviously, like, no one is 100% themselves when they're around their parents, you know, especially when you have immigrant parents. I feel like it's a whole different ordeal, and I think because I had that sense of negative connotation with being alone growing up, it was really hard for me to start this journey and to feel like it was valid. But yeah, that's my journey. And okay, so I just put on the eyeshadow as a little blush. I kind of like it. It looks cute to me. The brows are not done. My eyebrow lady is in New Jersey, and I've been kind of holding off wanting to get my eyebrows done because the eyebrow lady I get here, the last time I went to, my eyebrow was way too thin, and I was like, girl, why are you doing this? So we're gonna wait, and I'm probably just gonna use this little eyebrow brush thingy and use the Kat Von D. It's honestly it's an eyeliner pomade, but you know, we make it versatile. I just kind of make my eyebrows look clean with this. So those 3 questions that I answered were honestly the biggest questions that I was getting, and to top it off, like, from the answers I've given to those questions, I feel like in creating videos and starting your self-love journey, and even in just, you know, doing this, being a brown girl and expressing yourself creatively, I think the #1 advice I can give is stop giving a shit about what anyone else thinks, because I promise you it does not matter. You know, most of the time, like I've mentioned in my last self-love video, people are projecting. Why would you live your life in accordance to anyone else's expectations? Because those expectations are like coming from experience, trying to fit someone else's expectations of what they want you to be, what you should be, what they think how you should live life. It just doesn't work, and you end up being resentful after a while, and it's just not it. Like, why would you want to do that? Oh my god, guys, I really love the way this is starting to look. I feel like I haven't explored and experimented with eye makeup, and especially eyeshadow, in such a long time, so this is bringing me so much serotonin. And of course, you gotta add concealer under the brows to make them look crispy. The last thing I'm gonna add, or one of the last things, is some mascara. It's the Honest Extreme Length Mascara and Lash Primer, which I really like because I love the way this makes my eyelashes look. I hate using false eyelashes because it always feels like there's something on my eye, and obviously of course there is something on my eye, which is why it feels like that, but I just don't like the feeling of it. I tried it out for a bit, but I'm just not a fan. I don't think I could do it. Finishing touch, and this is something one of my best friends who's really into eyeshadow, she inspired me. She's the same person who inspired me to even get ColourPop and start using eyeshadow more. Her name is Meg, gotta love Meg, and I'm gonna coat my inner lining, or not inner lining, but like, you know, the corners with some eyeshadow, some glittery eyeshadow that too. The way this looks, I love it, and I'm gonna top it off with some setting spray. I love it. My battery is dying, so I'm gonna end off this video and say I hope you had your questions answered, because I just kind of answered the most common questions I was getting. And if you guys have any more questions, then feel free to DM me on Instagram, and also comment below on this YouTube video. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, or what other videos you want to see, because I'm happy to create content that you guys like more. Oh, one last thing before I go. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to follow my Instagram and my TikTok to get live updates on when I'm going to be posting a new YouTube video, and for more modeling, makeup, outfit, love content on my accounts and my YouTube. So yeah, I love you.